In this video, we'll implement logout endpoint. Let's start. Here in the same folder, I will duplicate this controller instead of creating it here, and I will call it logout, right? And I will rename it, and then I will implement the endpoint. I will use the request illuminate class here by Laravel. I don't need them, these classes, so I deleted them, and I want to access to the current user. Die and dump request user, and I will create endpoint here, and user must be logged in to log out. So I will say group, because I will use this group for authentication, and then here I will remove this parameter here, and for root post logout, and use logout controller here class. And now let's try our endpoint. I will duplicate it here, and I will say logout, and I will rename it to logout. Then send a request. User is not authenticated, so we need to log in first and use the token that generated from the login. So first of all, I will log in, then I will use this token for sending it here in authorization, and I will use bearer token, and I will set it here 14, right, because I use this token here. And then now let's try to log out. Now I received the die and dump for the current authenticated user, solved by Sanctum automatically here, right? And if we open again the has API token, which exists in the user model, here is this trait here, we will find a method called current access token that get the current access token that used by the current user. So I will use this current access token, and by the way, it returns the personal token or personal access token model, right? So now I will say here current access token, use this method, and now let's see. Send the request again, and as we can see here, personal access token, and I'm using the token ID 14. And the only thing we need to do is logging out. So I will say easily log out delete here, because it's a eloquent model. Then I will return response JSON message. Now let's try. I have the token with ID 14 here in our database, comes from login token for user ID number 2. Now I will send our request, and now message logged out successfully. Back to our database, refresh, and the token has been deleted. If you want to remove or delete all tokens of the current user, we can use tokens method. From here also, if you noticed, tokens returns the all current tokens for the current user. So it's up to you, or according to what you want. I will say tokens here, and it will be deleted. Back again, relogin, use the token here and put it for authorization, send a request, logged out, refresh, and all tokens of the user ID number 2 has been deleted successfully, right? So it's up to you. If you want to delete only the current access token, you will use the current access token method here, this one, which returns the personal access token, or you can use the tokens for revoking all current tokens for that user. But for me, I will use the current access token instead of deleting all tokens. So here, current access token, used here again. Now let's try to log out again, unauthenticated, right? Login, take the token easily here, put it here, and logged out successfully. And by the way, this authorization is equal to this thing here. We can say authorization, and we can say bearer, and our token. I will show it you quickly. Login, use the token, and it's equal to bearer plus the token that we want to use, bearer space and the token, and let me use no auth here and use it from the header directly. Now login, logout, and works successfully. Here's quickly how to log out. See you in next videos.